Hey guys, Mosi here. I am a new Twitch streamer for Path of Exile, and I put together a guide for my new 900% plus movement speed build. Just started streaming a few days ago, and Chad and myself have put together and theory crafted this build to its current state. So we'll start off, we'll give you a quick demonstration of how fast 900% move speed actually goes. Then we'll go into detail a little bit more on how we achieve that, and then there'll be more details with the actual build link on the Path of Exile forums. So starting off, we have a base amount of 344% move speed. Now when we pop our Vol Haste, Phase Run, and Smoke Mine, and then all of our Flasks, this currently puts us at 903% move speed. There are some areas we can tweak to get even more than that, but for now this is what we're going to be showcasing. So I start off, basically I'll pop Vol Haste, I'll pop Smoke Mine, Phase Run, and then all my potions. So here we go. So puts us at 903%. As you can tell, you can go through areas pretty quick. It's pretty good for Kadiro farming, and honestly that's probably where it ends. Right now I don't really have any damage set up with this setup, but you could easily put in, you know, some kind of trap. I know a lot of people are doing the poison trapper to one-shot bosses and stuff like that, so you could make this a boss killer build if you really wanted to. Just quickly to take a look at the ascendancy tree. So I went Pathfinder. We have 5 different Flask effect nodes. We also have Nature's Adrenaline, which gives us 15% more movement speed while using a Flask. We've taken quite a few of the aura nodes that give us more increased effect of non-curse auras. We've also taken pretty much all evasion type nodes we can, so that gives us move speed with Queen of the Forest. I'll just quickly rotate over the skill tree so you can see the pathing we took. In addition to stacking evasion, we've also stacked Flask effectiveness nodes. We have 2 jewels we're using. One of them is Assassin's Haste, which gives us movement speed. The other one is Conqueror's Potency. We've also taken all of the movement speed nodes on this side of the tree, and then all of the evasion nodes, as I mentioned as well. We did take a few strength nodes. The reason we took those was so that we could support our empower, so we could use that on our gems. That is what the skill tree looks like. We also, with this build, have quite a bit of decent defense for running around. We only have about 15 or 1600 effective health, but that being said, when we pop all of the Flasks, we have 175,000 evasion rating, which gives us 89% chance to evade level 100 mobs. So this is a level 100 character on the Parandus Softcore League. So moving on to the actual gear that we're using. For the weapon, we're using an Ichimonji. So this gives us increased effect of the buffs on us. So we found this to be the best in slot for the weapon. We tried using the Allure Claw, which gives you 15% more movement speed while phasing, but this one ended up giving us, I think, around 18% movement speed with all of our buffs up. For the helmet, we went for a perfect evasion, Devoto's Devotion, and we also have the Lab Enchant for the Smoke Mine, granting additional movement speed. For the shield, this is one of the areas we can improve on. So this one has 2000 evasion rating. You can get 2100 plus, but this was the best that we had available to us at this point in time. For the neck, this is also an item that we can upgrade. If we get the 5% increased movement speed Vol on top of this, then we would net out, I think, about 3% movement speed, since we do gain movement speed from the 24 decks. For the rings, we're using 2 Lori's Lanterns. which give 8% movement speed on low life. For the boots, we have a 7 league step with the 8% movement speed lab enchant. The belt is the Wretch, which gives us 15% movement speed, and also as a nice quality of life effect, it gives us 60% increased flask effect duration. The gloves, we went with Onder's Clasp because it gives us 20% movement speed on low life, and they're also ridiculously cheap, so I could vol quite a few of them to get a +1 to level gems. The chest, best in slot is Queen of the Forest. With all of the evasion we currently have on the tree and on our gear, this gives us well over 300% movement speed alone with everything popped. Now, in terms of the actual gems, we're using a level 4 in power in the +1 Onders, along with a level 21 Grace, so that bumps it up to level 26. We have a level 20 phase run, so again this could be improved. We could have level 21 or a 20-23. And then we have a level 3 enhance, so we ran out of money, so we didn't have quite enough to have the level 4 enhance, but a level 4 would basically give you another 4% base move speed. In terms of the auras, we also are using a Clarity and a Discipline on Blood Magic, and the reason we do that is to get to the low life status. In the helmet, we also have a Haste Gem, so this could be, we could get 1% more movement speed with Haste if we also put in Empower on there. We have a Smoke Mine. Level doesn't matter, it just basically changes the duration, but it does give us 30% move speed. And then we have a Vol Haste for an additional 20% move speed as well. In terms of the flasks, we have a Silver Flask that gives us Onslaught. It also has 100% increased evasion rating during flask effect, so it doesn't matter which of the flasks have that, but you do want that on one of them. We also have a Quartz Flask that gives us phasing, so we don't bump our head into mobs as we speed through. We have the Alchemist Quicksilver Flask of Adrenaline, so this is a perfectly rolled 30% increased move speed, 25% increased effect. So the increased effect is a necessity on the move speed, as well as it's a necessity on the Jade Flask, so we get 25% more effectiveness of the 3000 evasion. And also on the Stibnite, we get 25% increased effect on the 100% increased evasion rating. That's pretty much the build in a nutshell, guys. So it's been a lot of fun over the last few days putting this together with chat. So some of the pieces were a bit pricey, ended up selling off a lot of the gear that we used to level to 100 with, but since it is the end of the league, we thought we'd try something different. So I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks.